Yo, what is up guys? I'm Benji from Benobi Tech and welcome back to Benobi Tech Live, the weekly live stream show, whatever it's called, where we talk about tech and we talk about Benobi stuff. So, I hope you're all doing good today. I am doing great for those asking. Probably nobody's gonna ask, but just in case somebody does. There we go. I'm good. On this live stream, I want to mainly talk about iPhone leaks, I guess. Also, there's something else I want to address. The reason why I'm live streaming here on Benobi Tech Live this week is because I actually found out that strike I got had nothing to do with live streaming. So, apparently, my live streaming strike will expire on the 30th or 31st. So, I'll go back to live streaming there once a week, but I'll still be live streaming on this channel pretty regularly. Like if I do any unboxings, I do them on here, etc, etc. One thing I forgot to do is post this on my community tab, so give me 2 seconds here and then I will read the chat a little bit because you guys are excited to see me. We've got Miles who says, everyone go watch my video that he edited. Yes, I did edit. I edited one of Miles' videos. He did pay me, by the way. So if you guys are interested in, if you guys want me to edit your videos, then DM me on Twitter. I'm not cheap, by the way. So just so you know, because I do a lot of well, not a lot of stuff, but I do a bit of like I make sure that the videos are well edited and whatnot. Anyway. We also have Gregory Allen. Hello, Greg. Gregory, did you get the merch yet? Because apparently it got shipped out last week or something. So it should be with you any day now. And then we've also got Dragon Tech Royale. Hello. Thank you for modding the chat. Dragon Tech Royale. We've got more people joining. So while everyone joins, let's post this on the community tab. Make sure we get a few more peeps in here, and we're good. Let's do this. And my phone's not wirelessly charging because the wireless charger is not plugged in. Who cares? Okay, we're gonna shuffle this. So then we get different music from usual, because we always get the same exact music in sequence, which isn't very fun. Okay. We also have Ahmad Lockwood. Hello, Ahmad. Welcome to the stream. Tech for your needs. Hello. Hi, Benobi. Graphical use. What? What graphical use? Why you talk so much? The reason I talk so much is because I'm a YouTuber. So, of course, I have to talk. If I don't talk, what do I do? Anyway, going back to Do You Miss Me, Benji? Not really. I'm Barry Allen. I know you are. Are you still on 4.5k? Yes, I think I am, at least. Unless somebody did like a shout out or something. Yeah, I'm on. I'm stuck on that number. It sucks. I kind of want to go to 1,500 already. Yeah, 4,556 right now. It's 4.55k. Blah blah blah. Newbie player. What? Anyway. So let's talk about the iPhone leaks. If you haven't seen it, guys, shall I show you guys a picture? Do you guys want to see an image? If not, I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Chat's kind of dead today. Okay. It's probably good. I don't know if live streaming at this time is gonna be better or if it's not better. Are you still a student? Kinda. I'm still doing a few courses, but I'm not doing anything like at a local college or anything. I'm doing everything online. Hello, Taco! Welcome to the stream. I don't know. I am in Africa. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm using my iPhone. Good. You need to watch this stream one way or another. Even if you watch it on an Apple Watch, that's fine. As long as you're interacting. Okay. My iPad is gone. Help me. You broke it, so it's your fault. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still using my mom's iPad. She rarely uses it, so might as well take advantage of it. The original title for this live stream was like, the iPad is awesome, but then I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna get clicks. Let me lower the volume because I'm gonna take the headphones off because this is just distracting, just like last week. So, iPhone leaks. There's been this leak of, actually, I can show you guys on the iPad here if we go. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we? iPhone 10 leaks. Okay. So this one's one of them, isn't it? Where is it? Images. Here's one of them. This is probably the worst. No, actually the other one's worse. This looks horrible, doesn't it? Actually, I'm gonna open the chat in the split screen here so then I can see the chat and also do this. So no, we don't want that. We want the live chat. There we go. Oh, what the heck? That is not what I wanted to do. I do not like you. iPad live chat. Why does it full screen? I don't want to watch the live stream. I'm already doing it. You know what? We're gonna have to look at the chat this way. Anyway, that thing looks ugly. That iPhone leak. Let's see. Online courses are difficult. This is coming from experience. Well, I mean, they're kind of easier because you can use them like the way I'm doing them. I can do them whenever I want, which is the best thing. So I don't really have like a schedule that I have to stick by, and I don't have to get stuff done by a specific time. But yeah, this is the iPhone 11. It looks ugly, but that is not the only leak we got. We got another one. This one. This one's probably even worse in my opinion. Like the more I look at it, the more I hate it. This is it. Horizontal camera in the middle. Looks ugly. Ew. No thank you. And yeah, those are the two leaks basically. So, oh yeah, there's another one here. This one's probably a little bit better, but still not that great. Yeah, those are iPhone leaks. They look super ugly. I don't like them. Is this why you hate me, bro? I was thinking I don't have to watch you anymore, JK, but look, I only have to watch favorite YouTuber guys. Okay. Yeah. I built a Qi charger from an iPhone 6 display. What's connected to the coil? A fake iPhone 7 product, red silicone case. That's actually cool. That's pretty neat. Looks like Huawei camera on their phones. Exactly, looks like the Huawei Mate 20 Pro camera, which, like, Apple's meant to be like a standout brand. They're meant to stand out. They're meant to be unique. Like they say, think different. That's their like most famous saying. Like why? Why? That's not thinking differently. I mean, I guess the horizontal camera, it's like an iPhone X's camera, but horizontal with 3 cameras. That doesn't look very good. There is another render, which is way, way better than anything we've seen out of those two. There's basically the iPhone 11's camera. It's got, instead of the flash, here it has an extra lens, and then there's a ring around it that's the flash, which could work and may not work at the same time. Like, of course, it'll take a little bit for Apple to figure out how to make it work without getting like light bleed, I guess, or whatever in photos. iPhone 11 Maximize, that's the new name. What? The horizontal looks like a Motorola. That is true. Yeah, I agree. I agree. iPhone 11 Maximize my debt. That is a great name. That is a great Yo, made it. Just got done work. Awesome, Miles. Awesome. If you guys want, Miles uploaded a video which I edited for him. He paid me and everything, so if you guys want to go and watch it, you can go and watch it because I edited it and it's better because and no offense, but yeah. I mean, these new iPhone leaks, I don't like them. There are so many better ways they could do them. Like, I think it was in last week's live stream, I went through how they could probably do it. Like, they could add another of these cameras on the side here and have like the 4 lenses or something that they could do in the future. I would love to see that, like having 4 cameras on the back that way. That would be really, really good. My video's not doing it. Don't get discouraged, Miles. Even if it doesn't get that many views, if you had fun making it, then I guess there you go. Actually, I had to re-record it, but I just recorded a podcast with Apple World. So if you guys follow the Ben Obi podcast, I'll be uploading that podcast on there very, very soon. So if you guys are interested, just head over to youtube.com/Ben Obi podcast, and it will be live there in a few few days. I'm gonna try to upload it in a few days. Also, another piece of news talking about podcast. I have actually started a podcast with another guy called Nick over on Twitter. He might be on the chat right now. Basically, we're gonna be talking about tech, and we're gonna be doing a weekly podcast. So if you guys are into podcasts, you can go ahead and follow us. I think it's already on iTunes, I think. If not, it's on Anchor. Just go to Anchor and you can listen to it on there. It's just Anchor as in the anchor that goes and stops shit. Regardless, anyway. Yeah, you guys can go subscribe to that, and we will be posting stuff weekly. I jailbreak your mind. That makes absolutely no sense. But if it does, no thank you. Smartphones are plateauing. What else can you besides foldable phones? That it is ugly. Yeah, I mean, there's not really that much you can do with smartphones nowadays that makes it different, because right now all smartphones kind of look the same, and there's not really that much you can do. Like, there's not really much you can change hardware wise. I think the 2019 is going to be a software game. A lot of companies will be improving their software. I hope Samsung makes their own software soon, because, you know, Android sucks, and Android skins, like, yeah, Samsung should just make their own version of Android, but like it's their standalone software. Like, I would see them doing that, and that would really make them stand out a bit more, because right now they're dying. Like, Samsung is dying. Even if you're a Samsung fanboy, you have to admit Samsung is slowly dying. Not as many people are buying their phones anymore. In fact, when they released the Galaxy S9, they got their sales expectations were here, and they got like here. Like, it's not going well for Samsung, and it's kind of sad, because Samsung's a great company. Like, they make some pretty cool products, but it's software. Also, the Bixby button doesn't help at all. But yeah, I think software features, AI, AR, that's going to be the future of smartphones. It's not going to be about hardware, it's going to be about software, because now processors are fast, all of them have pretty good RAM, speakers are great, cameras are amazing. There's not really much you can improve on an iPhone to make it better, like hardware wise. I mean, software wise, there's a load of stuff that you could improve on. I dropped my iPad and now your head is missing. What? That's weird. Okay. Oh, wow. What do you think about iPhone 7 in 2019? Well, if you don't have the money to buy a 10R or a 10S, I'd say go for it, because it's still a really good phone and it still runs completely fine. My mom has an iPhone 7. It still works completely fine. It's still fast. It still runs the latest apps. It will still get software support for another 3-4 years, so I'd get it. If you are on a budget and you want to get an iPhone 7 is the way to go. Unless you can afford the 10R, then go with that, or the 8. I mean, if you can afford the 8, you can afford the 10R. It's only like $50 difference. If you get the 8 Plus, then yeah. What would you want the next iPhones to look like if you were to design them? So, if I were to design them, and let's say there's no like limitations hardware wise, I would just have it full screen, no bezels, the sensors behind the screen, and like there's technology for that. That I would like not haptic, solid state side buttons, solid state volume buttons, and maybe a solid state or something volume. What's this called? Ringer switch. I can't speak today. I would like quad cameras instead of 3 cameras. Like have a super wide, a wide, a telephoto, and a super telephoto. So an ultra wide, wide, telephoto, super telephoto. And then I would have them both. I would have one here, like basically duplicate this setup here and put it over there. That would be awesome. Maybe have a glowing Apple logo. Maybe in-display fingerprint sensor, I guess. That would be cool. Dual speakers that are better than these that we've got now. Maybe a speaker on the top instead of here. And then you just have, kind of like on the iPad. An iPad-like design as well. There's so much stuff I would want the iPhone to have. So we're not even gonna... And also, more colors in stainless steel. Red stainless steel. Please, Apple, make it happen. Or blue. Okay. When connected to a charger, it looks like an iPhone 6 charging, but the real iPhone that's charging is a 10R. That's funny. I'm planning on buying the next iPhone to upgrade my SE. Hopefully they don't ruin this year's iPhone. Otherwise, I will just buy a used 10 series. Whatever model I can get for cheap. Yeah, I hope these iPhones won't suck. I don't think they're going to, like, make that massive camera. They're probably going to just stick with the one they have now and have the ring light around. I think that's the best solution right now. Yeah, that's what I think they're going to do. Will the SE get iOS 13? Yes, the SE will get iOS 13, and it'll probably get iOS 14 as well, and then it'll be discontinued, because I think iOS 13 will lose the iPhone 5S, 14 will lose the 6, the 6 Plus, and then iOS 15 will be the last one for the iPhone SE, I think, and also the 6S, the 6S Plus. So those iPhones are kind of gonna die very soon, which is crazy. Like, it's almost as if they came out yesterday. Everyone after the stream, enjoy this video. What video? What did you post? I don't know why I'm watching you, JK. Okay. I just dropped my iPad. Yeah, we've read that. You're disgusting. You're disgusting, Nikias. You're more disgusting. Like, look at the end of your video. It was disgusting. The end of your last video. By the way, great video. Even the intro. The intro was meh. Could have done it better. Langsung well deserves it. What? The 8 CPU is almost 2 times faster than the 7s. And it'll last much longer. Yeah, but it's like $100 more. I would rather just spend a little bit more and get a 10R. A friend of mine is actually saving up for an iPhone 10R. I've suggested to get the 7 or the 8, but he's like, no, I want to get the 10R because it's better. Has all these cool features. He's an Android guy now. Well, he's not really willingly an Android guy. He's forced to be an Android guy because he doesn't make that much money, and he had to buy a budget Android phone. I have iPhone 7 right now for 2 years straight. Should I replace it somewhere near the future? Yeah, I would replace it this year, honestly, because like the 10, yes, it's great. The 8, not really that much of an upgrade from the 7. 10S and 10S Max or 10R, I would switch to the 10R, but seeming as the 7 still works really well, I would upgrade this year. Like, this year is the year to upgrade. You don't really need to upgrade once every year or once every 2 years like you used to. Yeah, my videos suck. Yeah, my videos really suck. But you know whose videos suck more? The guy who has an apple in their name. I'm sorry. Apple World. That was bad. Apple World, welcome. Before the idea of in-display fingerprint scanners, I want one on the Apple logo. That would be cool. I thought that. I was one of the first people to suggest that, actually. And then it spread and other people talked about it. I probably wasn't the only one, but let's just pretend it was me. That would be really cool if it were glowing and if it had a if it were a fingerprint sensor. But there's a lot of flaws with the fingerprint sensors that are behind the phone. For example, if you're using wireless charging, you have to lift your phone to unlock it. With Face ID, all you do is you tap on the screen and you look at it, or if it's on the front, you just press the home button and look at it. The Face ID is a lot better than a rear fingerprint scanner, in my opinion. Like, I'd rather have no fingerprint scanner and have Face ID than have a rear fingerprint scanner, because I've used a phone with a rear fingerprint scanner, and I don't even know where it is. And it's, yeah, trust me, it's not very good. I don't like it. Very, very, like, weird. I'm gonna let my cat in. Love your thumbnails for the stream. Thank you. I decided to do a little bit different for the live streams with the thumbnail, like have my background here instead of having the colored background, because I kind of want to turn this channel into Ben Obi Live eventually. When Ben Obi Tech, I'll be able to live stream on there, and I'll be able to just live stream on here whenever I want and do random topics. I won't just do tech. I also want to do like life, like real life vlogs, I guess, in live. I don't know, live vlogs. That would be cool. Ben Obi is quite. I'm trying to study. Be quiet. Oh, be quiet. Okay, I'm trying to study. Study then. Weren't you going out with a friend or something? You don't think it's overpriced? I personally don't think the smart battery case is overpriced. It depends. Again, as Talos of Tech puts it, worth is subjective. Now, this is actually something I want to cover. But the smart battery case, if we go and see other smart battery cases from Apple, they're like 900. No, not 900. That would be insane. $900 for a smart case. No, that is overpriced. $99 has been basically kind of the price for battery cases, and it kind of sucks that it's that expensive. But first of all, it's Apple, so Apple overprices stuff all the time. Like, I think the iPhone XR could be a $50 cheaper, if not $100. 10s could be $100 cheaper, so can the 10s Max. Apple is not a cheap brand. They're a luxury brand. And also, this smart battery case, what's different from this smart battery case compared to the others is that this has wireless charging. This has no bottom bezel. This also has no headphone jack. We'll forget that. It has lightning, and it works well with the ecosystem. You can see it works great in software, which other cases don't. So I think it is worth the $120 price tag, or $30, whatever, $130. Because if you go and see similar companies that have wireless charging in their smart battery cases, I think Mophie has it. Those are still the same, like, they're pretty much the same price. So is the smart battery case overpriced? No, it's not, because for what it is, it's a great price in my opinion. Yes, it may not have the biggest battery. Yes, Mophie has bigger batteries, but it's just the experience. Like, the experience, I haven't tried a smart battery case ever in my life, but I'm sure that the experience is really good. And yes, of course, it's a silicone case. Silicone cases are horrible, I agree. But Apple's silicone cases are different from normal silicone cases, because Apple's silicone cases, I noticed they don't get that dirty as much as as much as some other silicone cases. So I guess it's up to it's down to the person. Worth is subjective again. I personally think it's worth it. Like, if you have the money, get it. If you don't have the money, then of course it's not worth it for you. And yeah, I'm really disappointed that Apple didn't make one for the iPhone X, because my iPhone X's battery sucks, and I would like to get the smart battery case, but first of all, it's expensive, so I'm just gonna contradict everything I just said. No, yeah, it's expensive and I can't really afford it at the moment, but what's this? Never mind. What was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Yeah, also, the speaker alignment is different on the iPhone X, so, yeah. If not, I would have probably got it. Don't agree at all. Oh, come on. Apple can't release a case in 2019 that's worse than Mophie's. It's not worse than Mophie's. It's integrated into the software. You can ask Siri how much battery your case has, and it costs the same. It almost costs the same. Like, it's like $10 more. What? Like, I don't... Does Mophie's case even have wireless charging? I think it does, but... I mean, I guess Mophie's cases are plastic, so I guess that's an upside. But still, it's still expensive. Both cases are expensive, but again, it's Apple and Mophie. Mophie's a very, very big brand in terms of, like, battery cases. They didn't really make that many battery cases for a while. It's not overpriced for some people and for some not. Depends on you. Yeah, exactly. Is there hope for air power? Hopefully. Me and Nikias were talking about this before. Nikias said he thinks they'll announce it at the March event, and I agree. Because it doesn't really make sense like to release it this month or next month. It would just make sense. They did an event and they talked about air power in them. So we may be seeing a March event with a new budget iPad, a new iPad mini, maybe iPod Touch 7, maybe even a new iPod Classic or something. And yeah, we're gonna have a pretty packed event if they announce some cool stuff. I'm also thinking about upgrading my iPad 2017 32 gigabytes if the next one 2019 or iPad mini 5 is exciting me. Yeah, those are really exciting. I agree. The new iPad, I hope it has like a bezel-less display, kind of like the current iPad Pros. That would be sick. I know the smart battery case had something about it in the description. Well, it had like designed by Apple. that was funny. I want to leave and watch Arrow. Okay, bye. We demand $900 smart battery case. Don't give Tim that idea. There's someone behind you. Oh no. Oh no, there's someone behind me. Help me. Come on, Nikias. Applewood, I'm your biggest fan. I hate Benomi, joking. Okay. The new battery case is like 2 times the battery than the older ones. I didn't know that. I don't look at specs and stuff for that kind of stuff. Everyone watch Rene Ritchie's video on it. Then you know why it's absolutely worth it. Actually, I need to watch more Rene Ritchie. I've watched like 2 or 3 of his videos. They're pretty good, so I have to get into his videos a bit more. New battery cases has the 2x. Oh yeah, already read that. I'm going to order that hoodie tonight. Awesome, and I will give you a shout out on the merch Benobi account thing. Benobi merch. Apple can't release a case in 20. Yeah, I love the Apple silicone cases, except what Nikias said they interfere with your pocket. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Smart battery case also protects the iPhone much better than the Mophie ones. Button part of the iPhone is not protected at all. And it's going to scratch. I agree actually, because my mum used to have a Mophie case and she dropped her phone and the screen cracked. So yeah, and I think she also dropped hers in water. Actually, is the Apple smart battery case water resistant? I don't think it is. No, never mind. That was just, yeah. It's better than Mophie's in every way. I've also heard that software won't allow you to use the TENS case. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. It has microfiber in it. True. You, me. Please watch Rene Ritchie's. Does have wireless charging and it has more battery capacity. Yeah, but I mean, for me, I just need a little bit more. I just need an extra hour of battery or 2 hours, and this thing will last me all day. Right now, I have to charge this like once or twice a day. Like right now, it is currently 9:29 p.m. and my phone's at 32%, and I have been charging it pretty much. I've had it on my wireless charger for half of today, and I've been on FaceTime for an hour and a half. Yeah, it has 600 milliamp hour battery less. It's not just about the milliamp hours though. Like the background track. Which one is this? Oh yeah, this one's good. This one's good. Do you think the iPad mini is going to have pencil support? Yes, I think it will. I think they're just going to release the new iPad mini and the new iPad with the new Apple Pencil support, so you could be able, so with the Apple Pencil 2, so you can snap it to the side. Because you kind of can with this, but you can't. It's weird. I was talking to someone yesterday about this, and he's lost 2 of his Apple Pencils. The old version. Yeah. I'm your biggest fan. Shout me out. Shout out to Apple World, guys. Go subscribe to him. He could really use those extra subscribers. He's almost at, I don't know how many subscribers he's at now, but he's over 100,000. Every subscriber counts. He needs to get up to 1 million, guys. Go subscribe to him. I have more fans than him, so you should do that. Is that good? Yeah, exactly. Ahmad, stop it or I will ban you. I have to take lots of chargers with me on holiday. I will buy AirPower. Awesome. AirPower will be so convenient for a lot of people. Apple case is 2600 milliamp hours. Mophie's is 20,000 milliamp hours. Is it? I don't know. As I said, I haven't looked at the specs. I would watch you, but my girlfriend is waiting for me. So see you later, buddy. Okay, see you later. Thanks for joining in. And Apple's has much more efficiency than others. Okay. Been loving your old videos. Don't go watch my old videos, guys, please. Alright, thanks Nikias. I'll catch you later. Actually, we should live stream sometime on my channel when I get, hopefully on the 30th, I get my live stream rights back for the other channels. Then we'll have a live stream on there, and we can maybe invite a couple other creators over, like Viper or and people like that. If your 10 is on 12.1.3, which is currently in beta, but will be released very soon, it'll work with the 10s. What? With a 10SK? Oh, 10SKs. Will it? Are you sure? Because if it does, I am going to purchase that. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to save up and buy it. I almost missed this. Don't worry about it, Lucas. We've got another half an hour to go, so you're good. Why are my siblings still making noise? They're meant to be in bed now. I don't even know. We've got 11 viewers. Hello, 11 viewers. Welcome. We got any questions in the chat? Anything you guys want to discuss? If not, I'll end the stream. I'm joking. What can we talk about? Why are they making so much noise? Honestly. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, let me tell you guys a little bit about the iPad experience, because I've been using my mom's iPad for the past week. She doesn't use it that much, so I was like, you know, just use the iPad a bit more. So yeah, don't curse, please. Keeping it family PG here. So I've been using the budget 2018 iPad for the past week. Yes, it is cellular, but this thing doesn't have a SIM card in it. I don't even know why. So it's actually really, really good. Yes, it's the budget iPad. I've been using Affinity Photo a lot on this iPad just to mess about with it. It is a little slow because this has got the A10 and it's not got the latest A12X. In fact, when I get my iPad, if I get an iPad, I want to get the 10.11-inch iPad Pro. That is the one I want to get, which will be sick. What will we get with the camera? Okay. I mean, I want to kind of try one in the store first, just to make sure that it works. And then I'll make a decision. Because, I mean, the speaker alignment is a little weird as well. Sometimes I love my family, but sometimes I hate them. Like, right now, I hate them. Please, I need a proper office. Okay. I know you mentioned the reason you lost live stream privileges of live streaming. If you don't mind talking about it again. Sure, yeah. Basically, I live streamed the last Apple event, the October event, where they announced the new iPad Pros on October 30th. I think that's when it was. I live streamed on my tech channel. I live streamed my reaction, and I had like over 100 views. 100 live viewers, which was insane. I never had that many live viewers on a live stream before. I was also the only one live streaming on YouTube because every other live stream got taken down by Apple apart from mine. And then mine was taken down after I went live. I was trying to go live after the event or something, and it said that I couldn't live stream anymore. So I was like, what? This is weird. I didn't get like a copyright notice on my dashboard or anything. And I did have a copyright strike, but I got it like a few days earlier, and I thought that was also related to the live streaming, but turns out it wasn't, and that strike expired last Sunday. So now I can't live stream until the 30th, because I figured it out that the Apple event was on the 30th. I got the strike around the 30th, so probably in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time, Ben Tech Live will be over on that channel, so on the 2nd of February. Buy it for her, I don't know. What? What did someone said Pixel Slate? What about it? Where did you talk about? Buy it for her, okay. I don't know. Buy it for who? Your iPhone thinks that it's plugged in with a charger, so it consumes much more power, but isn't in mobile mode when you don't have the Apple case. What? Yo, what's up, Ed? Why don't you have a case on it? Because I like living life on the edge and I like skins more than cases, so I do not have a case on my iPhone 10 currently. I have just this skin, D-brand skin. I mean, look how cool that looks insanely cool. And yeah, I just have the stainless steel exposed. I did have a skin that protected the whole phone, and I still do have a couple from D-brand, but it for some reason, like, whenever I put it on a tripod, the side here where the SIM card tray is, it just rubs off and it breaks, which sucks. Anyway. Dude, chill. What? Who are over? Smart covers are cool. Smart covers? You mean iPad smart cover? Oh, iPad smart cover. Well, the smart covers, I don't like them, honestly. Like, my mom broke an iPad mini, because it had a smart cover on it. Like, she was holding it by the smart cover, which I know you shouldn't do, but she did, and it fell and broke. So, yeah, I don't really like smart covers. Benji, do you get extra revenue when I watch your vids with YouTube Premium? Yes, I do. I think I get... Yeah, I get more revenue. iPads are durable. Yeah, sure. iPads are not durable, honestly. If I were to bend this right now, this would snap in half. So, iPads and tablets in general are not durable, especially if they're plastic and aluminum. Not good. Aluminum, whatever you want to call it. Hey. I bought a tripod to start recording vids on my other channel, but it broke, so I need to buy a new one and delay my first vid. Oh, that sucks. You could always go handheld for the first video. I don't know. Just get it done. This is why I don't do Apple live streams. My friends go hit by Apple live streaming event strike. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I'm probably going to, if I do live stream the Apple event, I would live stream it on Twitch, because Twitch doesn't have as strict copyright rules, and also YouTube probably doesn't go onto Twitch and takes down every live stream that's on there showing the Apple event, so I'm probably going to do that. I just bought a jewel off eBay. Let's just hope I don't get caught. JK. Yeah, I wouldn't smoke, honestly, even if it's e-cigs. The smart battery case, if the smart cases were only $10 more and really protected it, it was expensive but worth it. The smart covers suck badly. Yeah, I mean, if I were to get like the new iPad, I would get the smart keyboard folio, because that protects the back and it also protects the front, but it doesn't protect like the middle. I don't know why. But maybe you can get a bumper case. I don't know if that's a thing. Apple's iPad cases don't exist. Not anymore. They used to. They used to have like full-on case that you snapped, and they had that thing that covered it, and it was all one piece. And then they switched to two pieces, and now there's the smart folio case, which is weird. Weird name. Weird long name. Change my logo and I still get confused by it. Yeah, I kind of get confused by it as well. I didn't notice you when you first came on. 2018 doesn't snap in half well. It would bend, but not snap in half. I had it bent and I put it and bent it back. It was really hard. Well, I mean, it wouldn't snap in half. I think I exaggerated them, but it would bend quite a lot. So I don't want to even try this because this is my iPad. It isn't my iPad. Apple events, just do a recap, you wouldn't get in trouble. Yeah, exactly. I would just do a recap from now on, and that's it. Just watch the event, maybe maybe like live tweet on Twitter or something, or even live stream it, but don't show the stream, because if I did, then I get a copyright strike. Because it's not just the event that you get a copyright strike for, you can also get it for the music that's during the events. So like in the ads they show, there's copyrighted music and that Apple paid to use in that video. And that kind of sucks. Blah, blah, blah. My 2017 12.9-inch iPad is bent. That sucks. That really sucks. Yes, the smart covers are amazing. Apple cases nowadays are a joke. Yes. I mean, unless we're talking about iPhone cases, then they're... I was actually very, very close to buying a silicone case for my iPhone 10. I was getting a red one. I think I even had it in my hand, and I was about to go to the guy at the Apple store and be like, I want to buy this. But then my mom was like, no, you can use your money for a lot better stuff. So in the end, I think I bought an Apple. I bought the Apple Watch or something. I can't remember. Or maybe I had some money left over after I bought the Apple Watch and I wanted to buy that. Anyway, the keyboard is bad. The smart keyboard folio. I like the smart keyboard on the iPad. I don't know why people don't like it. It's cool. It sounds nice. I like the sound of it. What was your favorite thing at CES? Well, my favorite thing at CES was, there's basically this wireless charging thing that you can put in the ceiling. It was at CES this year as well. And you can basically put your iPhone in a case and you can buy this thing that you put in the ceiling and it will actually wirelessly charge your phone. Unfortunately, right now, it only charges at 1 watt. But still, the idea is really, really cool. Not having to plug your phone in or anything. You could be in your room and your phone's constantly charged because the wireless charger's in the ceiling. That is insane. I love that. I love that idea. And just imagine, like, including it light bulbs. That would be insane. You just put a smart light bulb in your ceiling and it also wirelessly charges your phone. That's a sick idea. Sick thing. Awesome. Yo, Nick, what's up? By the way, guys, this is Nick, the guy who is co-hosting the podcast. So let me add him as a mod. Wait, I can't do it from here. I'll have to do it later. Apple needs to make an SE2. That would be cool. Honestly, I would like them to do an SE2, but I doubt they're gonna do that. Like, if they did one, they would have done it last year. Do you know any free video editing software that I can use for Windows? I'm using HitFilm 4. I would try Windows Movie Maker, something that a lot of people use, but I don't recommend it. I would personally use DaVinci Resolve. I've used it. It's pretty good. It is a learning curve, but it's probably the best editing software that's free for Windows right now. I think it is from HitFilm. No, never mind. It's cool. Buy a smart folio case. No, I want to get the smart keyboard folio. I want the keyboard. Like, I use this iPad so many times that I'm like, it would be cool if I had a keyboard, so then I don't have the on-screen keyboard that I have to tap on, and yeah. So I can use the Apple Pencil on that. Mouse Tech Y? What? They were just called Apple Silicon cases, not smart cases. What? I just bought an app for the first time, LumaFusion. Well, you've only bought one app in your life. That's weird. LumaFusion, yeah. Well, the Apple iPhone cases aren't as good as they used to be. Current cases don't protect the buttons at all, whereas the old 5S SE cases do fully protect it. They don't protect it? What, are the buttons exposed? No, they're not. The buttons aren't exposed. I tried a case in the... What? I don't get it. Oh, you mean like they also protect the bottom? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that, yeah. I've used a hacked version before, but I'm sick of revokes. Yeah, I tried LumaFusion through that way, and it's, yeah. Also tried Affinity Photo that way. But getting revokes is, yeah, sucks. Other than that, they're amazing. Yeah. Y'all check out the podcast. Yes, guys, go check out the podcast. TechCast. Over on Anchor. And it'll be on iTunes very soon. Apple should make a really cheap iPhone, have the mid-range 10R series, have a high-end 10 series, and then a bigger Max version. I think they could get better consumer base from this. Yeah, I think if they did do like an iPhone for like $500, sorry, and they just did like, I don't know, they could just grab a 10R and make it as cheap as possible, like take out all of the features that, or make some of the features worse, and maybe Face ID a little bit slower. I think they could come up with like a very cheap iPhone that isn't that expensive. Maybe they could even have an aluminum back instead of having glass. I think if they made a really, really cheap iPhone, some people would buy it. But also, Apple shouldn't make iPhones too cheap, because then people won't buy them, because one of the reasons why people buy iPhones is because they're expensive. If they were really cheap, people will compare it to like a OnePlus 6 and be like, and they're comparing them. They're comparing the two instead of buying an iPhone. Anyway, a lot of people bought Android for cheap prices, so that this fixes that. True. Yeah, you're right. But still, Apple is a premium brand, as DragonTech Raul just mentioned here. They just make the old... Yeah, exactly. They should just make the older models cheaper. Like the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, I think, are overpriced right now. They could have lowered the price by like another $100, because if you buy the iPhone 8 Plus, and you spend an extra $50, you can get the 10R. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. I have iPad 2, 64 gigabytes, and I wanted to reset it, but my mom doesn't remember her old Apple ID password. Oh, that sucks. Can't you just do forgot password and just fix it that way? Why do you hate the touchscreen keyboard? Well, I mean, when you're using an iPad and you open the keyboard, it's like the keyboard takes up half the screen when you're using it in landscape. So I'd like to have like an actual physical... Also, physical keyboards are better in my opinion than on-screen keyboards. Boom. LumaFusion is... By the way, I don't hate touchscreen keyboards. I just prefer physical ones because they're cooler and they're better. And they're actually physical. LumaFusion is a good editing and worth every penny. That's what I heard. If I were to start editing on an iPad, I would use LumaFusion. Nah, because if they keep going, then old cheap series will be even cheaper if you could get new cheaper one. What? Well, the square camera thing is bad. The other one is okay. I don't think the square design is going to be it to do. Going to be it due to the hate. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be it either. Like when the iPhone 10 was coming out, there were a load of rumors out there. There's a load of leaks that were absolutely ugly and disgusting. Like, it had a fingerprint sensor on the back. It was a metal back, and yeah, when the iPhone 10 was coming out, leaks weren't very good. And I think now we're having the same experience. I think they're just testing a bunch of different prototypes at the moment. And I mean, they've got a few months before they start production, so they usually start it in around June to get everything ready for September. Even though the iPhone 10, they started production late. In fact, they sold out in 5 minutes, which was crazy. Hello, Ryan. Hack's Affinity Photo is unusable, it's laggy and unresponsive as hell. I'm not joking, it makes the pixel slate feel fast and smooth. Oh yeah, that might just be the hacked version that doesn't work. Yeah, that was what I was trying to say. Why make a bad cheap iPhone when you could just take an amazing but older phone? Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Whose iPhone, worst iPhone made is iPhone C, in my opinion. I honestly kind of disagree on that. Like, I liked them. I think the worst was probably... I don't know, there's not really a worse iPhone in my opinion. Like, they're all great. But probably my least favorite is the 6. Because it bent, I guess. And it had a lot of other issues. Like touch disease and whatnot. So... iMessage me. No, I'm not giving my iMessage out to random people. I'm sorry. Keep selling the 8 design and just remove some features like 3D touch, waterproofing, and stereo speakers. Yeah, but why? Why remove features? Like some people, then it'll get even more hate than the 10R, because the 10R is the cheapest iPhone that Apple released last year, and everyone was like, this phone is horrible. 1080p display doesn't exist on here. It's 720. Ew, disgusting. No HDR on the screen. Yeah, single camera. Try to type on a 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Keyboard is great. Yeah, but I don't want a 12.9-inch. That's too big. Here in Germany, iPhone 7 was 550 euros until Qualcomm banned it. Why did Qualcomm all of a sudden just go to different countries and be like, you gotta ban this iPhone because... yeah, like, why? Why did Germany do that? Apple is focused on making the best bad, not getting as high OS sales as possible. I think you need to reword that. Apple sales are going way down. Apple stock is way overpriced. Even though there's a lot of good stuff, I think they're still way overpriced. It's like $500 to make a new iPhone. Yeah, but count that they have to like develop the software. They have to make sure the software is compatible with the hardware and all that kind of stuff. And it's not just $500 to build an iPhone. Like, you have to consider all of the software team. They have to be paid. Employees have to be paid. All that kind of stuff. So you're paying. Also, I'm okay with paying £1,000 for a phone as long as it works. if you buy a Pixel that's almost £1,000 and it doesn't work, then that's just crazy. But like an iPhone, you buy it and it works out of the box, and that's the best thing. I've not had that many major issues with an iPhone, and I've tried Android phones in the past, a couple. I haven't really had any issues with them, but like, iPhones are expensive for a reason. If you haven't watched my video on why iPhones are expensive, I encourage you to go and watch it, because I did bring up some points that are very valid points when it comes to discussing why iPhones are expensive and stuff. So I recommend you go watch that video, and it might change your mind, maybe not, who knows. Anyway, going back to the chat. There's no problem with the keyboard. These half the screen. I just prefer a physical keyboard. They could keep the yeah. This stream has like a 3-minute delay for me or something like that. The chat. I'm reading the chat right now. Like, that's why there's a delay. You guys are going too fast in the chat. No, that would be awful. What's the problem with the iPhone 8? No, I don't know if you understand. No. What? Anyway. They could sell it for $399. The regular paid version runs at 120 Hz. Oh wow, okay, I want to get that then. iPhone 6 was worse. It'll be 6 with faster speeds and wireless charging though. But why would Apple do that? Like, they're selling enough iPhones as it is. They don't need to, like, make them cheaper. Like, that cheaper. Yo, what's up? Abdel... I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Abdel. Yo, great, but the 6 is worse. Yeah. I'm doing great! Thank you very much. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it'll be cheaper than the 7. That's the whole point. By the way, the iPhone XR returned to store at $250. What? But much faster. Only $50. What? There's a cheaper iPhone with faster chip. I think I missed something here. Because Qualcomm is jealous of Apple's chips being so much better than they aren't even second place. Yeah, I know! Like, Samsung is better than Qualcomm. No, because more people don't care about tech specs, and if it's $399, people buy it. Yeah, but why would they buy that and not buy a Pocophone? Like, they're the same price. If the iPhone has worse specs, then people will go for the Pocophone because it's the same price. The reason why Apple devices are so expensive is because people buy them if they're expensive. Like, if Apple made a $300 iPhone, yes, cool, and if it had horrible specs, then people would compare it to other phones that are at that price point. Right now, people compare phones at the same price point, sometimes and even cheaper. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I don't think they should make a very, very cheap iPhone. I think if they made an iPhone that were like $500, fine. But if they made it something that was cheaper than that, I don't get the logic. Because like as some of you guys said, they just keep reselling the older phones from like a year or two ago. Add like a A10 or A11 and just a basic phone with a great OS. Apple should make a HomePod Mini. I agree. It's not only building the phone, you need developers, marketing team, etc. Exactly. And of course, a lot of companies have this, but Apple also has a massive software team. And the software making software isn't as easy as it may seem to a lot of people. Like, iOS is great, it runs fast. It doesn't have that many bugs. At least I haven't really encountered that many bugs with iOS 12 that are like that big. And if you use like an Android phone, all they do is they pay a kid in China $5 an hour and they just get them to make a skin. And that's it. Like, there's not really that much that goes to making an Android phone like a OnePlus, or because all they have to do is focus on hardware. They don't focus on the software. They don't have to pay a software team. I don't know. Pocophone is not in the US, so it depends what market you live. Yeah, exactly, but it is available in every other country. Which is weird. Why isn't it available in the US, but it is available in the UK, Spain, Italy, India, Indonesia, China? I don't know. Is it available in China? Did you see the YouTube video where they took the stand off a 27-inch iMac and told the public it is the new iPad? No, I didn't. I need to check that out. That sounds funny. Think about how many people you see with Samsung J8s that cost like $250 and don't care about phones generally. So, exactly. If they don't care about phones, why would they buy an iPhone? They'd be like, what is the difference between these two? Like, there's people out there that think that Android or iOS is the only operating system. I don't get your logic there. Like, I don't think Apple needs to make a phone that's cheaper, like $250. Yes, of course, they may sell some phones, but why does Apple have to do that? Low margins. Like, they don't get as many margins on a cheaper phone than a more expensive one. So, why should they? Yes, of course, they'll get more people into the ecosystem, but they're kind of doing that with the XR already. The XR is a pretty okay price for what it is. I'm using my Apple Watch again. Awesome. Why are there 9 people watching? Little sad. Yeah, I know it is sad because, you know, YouTube doesn't want me to live stream on my actual, like, Ben Obi Tech channel. So, of course, I'll have not as many viewers because, yeah. It is a little sad. But I had, like, 12 before, so that it's... I usually got, like, 20 when I used to live stream on Ben Obi Tech. Hopefully, I'll be able to live stream on Ben Obi Tech in 2 weeks, so... Hopefully. One thing I do not like about Apple is that they make you buy a new phone. For example, the home button stops working if you replace it, and the iPhone got slowed down. Well, it didn't really get that slowed down. Like, iOS 12 sped it up completely. Like, I've got an iPhone 6 Plus right here, and this is actually pretty fast, and it's on iOS 12, so... Yes, they are still slower than the newer iPhones, but of course, this is older hardware, so of course, if they mount more new software onto it, then it won't be as good. But yeah, I do agree, they could probably make them a little bit more repairable, but I guess that's their way of making money, because if you break your iPhone, you have to pay them like $500 to get a replacement. I disagree about Android. You need developers to make the skin overlays, even if Google is providing the basic software. But it's not that hard. It's not, they're not building a whole OS from scratch and updating it for 6 years. They're just making the software skin on top of Android, and that's their job done. Like, there's not really much to it. What would you do if Samsung started making great phones but selling them for free, but you can't get them or use them unless you put your name? I wouldn't do that. I would rather pay to get an iPhone for that. I already pay for iPhones now, so it doesn't really change anything. I prefer iOS more than Android. It is just easier to use, and Android is messy, full of bugs. Yeah, I agree. And that's the same with, yeah, basically Android in general. Secure enclave. Also, forgot to mention, Apple also doesn't just work on iOS and making sure that that works. They also have a whole ecosystem. So they have different softwares, and different softwares do different things, and they need to make everything compatible and work together. Like AirDrop has to work, iMessage has to work on all the devices and stuff. It's not as easy as putting a skin on an Android phone. Like that probably takes a couple of developers like a day. But to make a whole software like iOS from scratch, that takes years of perfecting. I can't wait to get the OnePlus 6T because it looks better. Because it looks like it's better than the XS Max. No, it's not. It doesn't run iOS. So, no, the 6T isn't better. Also, it doesn't have wireless charging. It doesn't really have advanced facial recognition. Yes, it has facial recognition that's fast, but it's not. Is it secure? No. It doesn't have as good as a display as the 10R, a 10S Max. Yeah, overall, the 10S Max is just better. Yes, it's more expensive, but yeah. My iPhone 10R is 1 month older now. Awesome. Y'all take your advice and start recording my vid after your live stream. I'll just find something to hold my phone up. Yeah, just make sure you're like well in the frame, like kind of like this live stream, so don't leave too much headroom and that kind of stuff. But of course, if you already make YouTube videos, then you probably know. Like make sure to use as much of the frame as possible. That's one tip I give everyone when they record a video. My sister has a 10R and they seem great, so I don't know about all the hate. Yeah, I know a lot of people hate it. It's like I was having this argument with a guy who he likes Apple and stuff. He's an Apple guy. He's an Apple developer apparently. Basically, he was going on about how LCD displays are worse than OLEDs, and the LCD is brighter than the OLED, therefore it's bad for your eyes. And yeah, he was just coming up with some weird arguments. Like the LCD displays aren't as bright as OLEDs, but I've seen an iPhone XR in person. And this guy hasn't seen the XR in person, by the way. I've seen the XR in person. It looks fine. Like I put it side by side with my iPhone X. Yes, you can tell the difference. Of course, everyone, well, at least people who know how displays look like usually can tell the difference. Like if I showed my dad the XR and compared it to the 10, he probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like he'd probably say the XR looks better because of this, or even he could even say the 10 looks better for this. And yeah, I mean, not the average consumer who is the target of the iPhone XR won't notice the difference. Like they won't tell the difference. They're not gonna pixel peep or anything. So I don't know why people complain about it. Unpopular opinion, I like the Cyclops iPhone 11 like a lot. I mean, yeah, I actually prefer the square one a lot more. Cyclops iPhone, please no, don't. Please have a ring light around the camera instead. Whew. Okay, guys, we have reached an hour. So if you have any last stuff you want, any last minute questions you want to ask me, then go ahead and ask them now. If not, we can go ahead and wrap this week's stream up, and then hopefully next week will be the last Benobi Tech weekly live stream that we do on here, and we'll be able to do them on the other channel. LCD is better for your eyes than OLED because OLED has PWM. What? Not an average consumer. Yeah, I mean, another disadvantage with OLED is burn-in. Well, now, of course, it doesn't happen as often on iPhones. Like, there are a few iPhones that have got burn-in, but you don't get screen burn-in. LCDs use up less battery life, therefore more battery on your iPhone. Like, imagine an iPhone XS Max with an LCD. Imagine how massive the battery life difference would be. Like, that would be insane. If you have to choose wireless charging or USB-C, also on iPads. Well, it depends. If wireless charging is as fast as charging with USB Type-C, I'd go with wireless charging because I absolutely love wireless charging. It's so seamless. Like, you just, I want to charge my phone. Done. Charging. If you have to charge with a cable, you have to find the cable, put it in the port, and yeah, it's not as good. This will be my first ever time recording a YouTube video, so hopefully it turns out good. Awesome. By the way, I've got some tips videos on my Benobi channel. Just go to youtube.com/Benobi, and I've got like a couple of YouTube tips videos if you need any help, like how to record a video and how to frame stuff and stuff. So yeah. OLED sucks. Micro LED is much better. Well, I guess we'll have to get to micro LED first. Wireless charging, definitely. Then why do you want to get a OnePlus 6T? If it doesn't wirelessly charge, then why? I almost bought an iPhone XR but decided against it. The display is great. Exactly. Yeah. Even if, especially for people who are coming from like an iPhone 8 or a 7 or even a 6S, the XR's display is fine. It's better than what they have. So yes, the screen resolution is lower. Yes, the pixel density may be lower than an 8 Plus, or a 7 Plus, but it's still great. It's still a great display. Can't complain. I hope they add 15-watt wireless charging and maybe a wireless charger in the box instead of a cable, so we get all iPhone users ready for the future. I agree. I mean, now Apple apparently is going to release AirPower soon. I hope they make like a single a wireless charger that can charge one device at a time. Maybe include it in the box. I mean, I think what I really want for this year's iPhones is if Apple shipped a wireless charger in the box and also AirPods. That would be a dream. And they just didn't ship any other headphones or any other charger. I mean, if you want to charge it with a cable, then you get the cable, but... Your big inspiration on me starting my channel. I'm gonna go record and watch some of your YouTube videos. See you later. Awesome! I'm glad to have been a difference. I'm glad to have been your inspiration. This iPad gets unusually hot. I don't know why. First I asked him to turn on slow mode and he responded, and second I've asked him to watch Taylor Swift and he said yes. Oh yeah, I saw that second one. Awesome. Did you super chat to him or did he just see the thing in the chat? Why haven't you bought a timer? OLED doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. OLED doesn't suck. Wait, oh, just the normal user said that. Yeah, OLED doesn't suck at all. OLED is amazing. But if we were to compare, there's pros and cons to both LCD and OLED. If you want better battery life, then go with an LCD. If you want better colors and better everything, then go with a OLED. It's up to the average person. The 10 hours display is much better than my previous iPhone's display, the Galaxy S7. Yeah, definitely. I agree on that. I've seen S7s in person. I've used them in person a little bit. Looks definitely better. Even though it's OLED. Like, OLED doesn't mean amazing. Some OLED displays suck. So, it's up to the company. Thought it's going to cost more for wireless and AirPods coming with the iPhone. Probably, but I mean, if they intend to lower the price by $100, they could always include at least a wireless charger in there, instead of the cable. Like, of course, it won't cost them that much to make a wireless charging pad. Like, they probably sell it for $50. It's not really that complex to make one, or they might just go and sell it for $100. They probably will, but that or AirPods, or you can get the option. I don't know. But in the future, we're definitely going to have wireless chargers in the box, along with AirPods. So, or maybe not. YouTube tips videos are great. Thank you. Can you do an Apple Watch video in the future? Yes, I actually was thinking of some ideas for, because I currently have an Apple Watch Series 2, and I've had people ask me, can you please do a Apple Watch Series 2 in 2018 or 2019 video? And I actually want to do one of those. So I'll be probably shooting it like this week or next week. Yeah, next week, or the week after. And I'll be posting it soon as well. So kind of like, is the Apple Watch Series 2 worth it in 2019 and should you buy one? And just explain my experience with the Apple Watch Series 2 for the past, because I've had this for 3 months? 3 or 4 months? Something like that. I lost my AirPods a few weeks ago. Now AirPods have become so popular and trendy. RIP. Gonna wait for the next ones or wireless charging ones. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah. Like 1 in 3 people at my school have AirPods in. Yeah, it's crazy how many people got AirPods over the holidays. I really want to see how many AirPods Apple sold during Christmas and the holidays, like crazy. Because I'm going to use the next iPhone I buy for the next 4 years, and the 10 hours are already too old. I want to buy it on lunch day, and I can also get with the next iPhone cheaper. True. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I need to go because I'm really exhausted. I need to sleep. So. Thank you guys for watching this live stream. If you did enjoy it, let me know by smashing that like button down below. And of course, if you're new, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. You can get to my videos early and you won't miss an upload. And of course, do that on the main Benobi Tech channel as well. Yeah, if you guys have any questions and you want to interact with me, you can join my Discord server or go ahead and follow me on Twitter and DM me. Links are all down below. If you want to help support the channel, you can go ahead and support me on Patreon. You can support me for $1 a month, as little as $1 a month. And you can also, you can also get merch. The link is in the description below. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you look, the S9 is so old and outdated. I know, agreed. Because my parents will pay part as Christmas birthday present. Okay, cool. I should implement GPS and AirPods so you can track them. Yes! Yes! That I agree with that. A friend of mine actually lost his dad's AirPods, one of his dad's AirPods, so that would be so useful for a lot of people. I lost my AirPods after 3 weeks having them, but then found them for 2 weeks ago. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've never really lost my AirPods, which is great. But I won't jinx it. I almost got AirPods for Christmas, but told my mom to get them so I can buy them next year. Yeah, hopefully this year we'll see new AirPods. AirPods 2. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Benji from Benobi Tech, and I will catch you guys in the very next live stream. Video as well. Peace. I never say peace, but yeah. See you later, guys.